And again, what's catching you off guard, or what caught you off guard is this person made you feel crazy. And when it finally came out, to light about what they were doing, it's like, wait a minute. Oh my gosh, I knew it. But I feel like this collective, you went through a gut wrenching pain with this person. Let's see more with this awakening. Making plans, planning, moving forward right there. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what you're doing right now. You're trying to move forward. And like I said, for some of you, you could have already, found new love, or even then you're moving on with life. I think you're seeing this person for how they really are, but let's confirm that chaser, because I don't think you're chasing this person at all. Oh, okay, within a few months. Oh, wow. And then water energy. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, could be you, could be this person. Let me do one more for that few months. Left out in the cold. I feel like, I feel like something woke you up a few months ago. Let me confirm that. Maybe this past few months. Yeah, third party, Mercury retrograde, a confusion, soul contract, and karmic. I'm telling you, I think you've woken up about this person a few months ago. A few months ago could have been very significant to you. Wait a minute. I don't think I shared a past life with this person even a little bit. What they did to me, I would never do to them. I think you were always left in confusion when it came to this person. Let me do another for celebration. Inner child, childhood wounds, healing the inner child, and shadow work with that celebration. That's what I'm saying. I think as soon as this person broke it off with you, this is something I feel like you reflect back on, is when you really thought, and again, go this whole reading because this is detailed like most of my readings are. I try to be, but anyways, I think you immediately thought, okay, I need to get my life together. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do this. And then maybe a few months ago, maybe you did kind of take a hard look at this person's life and go, wait a minute. They haven't changed a bit. How come I've healed and they haven't? Okay, this must be a karmic. Because I always say true twins, you guys would level up together separately. I don't think this person has. I really don't. And I think this collective, you're very aware of it, but I think you've made peace with it. I don't think you're like devastated that this is a karmic. I think you have just officially seen this person for who they really are. Unexpected. Nostalgia, you both got the same thing. That's what I'm saying. The both of you are kind of reflecting back right now. This person's reflecting back on the mistakes they made. You're reflecting back on yourself, on really how you looked at this connection. Now with that you're trying to move forward. You're like, that's not good. This is not what I want. But yeah, action, good change, take action and good change right there. You're trying to make a positive movement for yourself. I don't think you're kind of having this attitude of, I'll never let someone break me like this ever again. Okay. But yeah, jealousy right there. This collective, you could have been jealous, had that, jealousy trait when about the other person. If you found out that there was somebody else, you could have been very obsessive towards the other person, really doing what do they have that I don't, I don't think you're doing that anymore with that action, with that good change. I think you're past that. And maybe that is something that's thrown you off, is maybe you've never really labeled yourself as a jealous person. You've kind of always been that it is what it is, but considering how this person broke you, and this person, I don't know why I'm feeling this, could have been your first heartbreak, like true gut-wrenching heartbreak, that it like activated something out of you. And let me see more of that inner child healing with again, this is how this collective you feel towards this person, but I love you. Competition. Gosh, I think this poor collective, you've been so asleep when it came to this person for so long. And that's where I'm saying, like, this person could have really, again, not straight up say you need trigger warning, they could have done that to you. But I don't think they straight up say you need to change. They could have pulled that card on you. But I think this collective, you really did I love this person. I have to change. I have to do all this. I have to go a million miles an hour. Bad influences. Drugs, alcohol. That's where I'm saying this person could be coping right now. Like I'm hearing alcohol. Maybe this person is a little bit of a drinker, but that's where I think you're reflecting back on is like you've leveled up. Maybe for some of you, I'm kind of hearing maybe you have gone to tarot readers as a form of, because I always say, tarot readers, we're kind 444 on my timer. We're spiritual therapists. Maybe for some of you, you have gone to therapy. I think this person did trigger a spiritual awakening, made you kind of heal, made you you really go the depths within yourself, the shadow aspects of yourself, but you have overcome a lot. I think when you think back on this person, they're like, I don't think they've done anything. I've gotten help, but I think now I'm taking this I love you as you're starting to love yourself. You're loving you. Yeah, leaving, move. I think this collective, you're done. I think, oh gosh. Yeah, priority, yourself. Are you kidding me? I don't think now, and I have to make it clear, I don't think this collective, you're like craving this, connection back. You may not see this person coming. Like I said, for some of you, you could find something out about this person, again, whether blocking or not, when it came to social media, but again, I said at the beginning of part 1, you could be feeling very like prideful right now, like I knew that. Wow. Before I tap into this person's next intentions, I want to see with that inner child, because you've done a lot of that. I need to work on this. I need to work on this. And again, this poor collective, this person made you feel that way. And again, one thing, and I shouldn't say, well, because you've woken up, it's like, why did I have to heal about myself? No, that was clearly some things or shadow aspects of yourself that clearly needed to come up to the surface. That's what I'm saying. This separation could have been the most gut-wrenching thing you've ever done for yourself, but it needed to happen. But it doesn't mean, again, just because a person made you go through a spiritual awakening doesn't make it your twin. And I think that's something you've woken up about, because by the end of the day, you got to take a hard look at your person. How much have they grown up? Your person's always been an avoidant. That doesn't, again, make it a twin flame. If they're constantly avoiding lessons, which this person's clearly going to do, that's not your twin. And I think this collective, you've woken up about it. I don't think this person's came in and out of your life. You could have not seen or heard from this person since the actual separation. But let me see what is something this collective you felt like you had to work on. Secret past, skeletons in the closet, not telling the whole story. Let me do another one. Fierce temper. And again, good for this collective, I guess, if you're, taking accountability on certain things about yourself and you did realize, okay, I need to go talk to somebody. I need to get some form of help or whatever the case is. And that's good. I'm not shutting that down. I'm not going to sit here and say, you should have never gotten it. No, because clearly these were some shadow aspects that you've overcome and you're in a better headspace right now. Again, go this whole reading. But again, I think this person made you look crazy about yourself. With that fierce temper, for some of you, you could have a temper, but that's where I'm saying, like, maybe when you would ask this person certain questions, they would really do you want to know what your problem is? Very narcissistic like. And I don't like talking about that on my page. But there's some tendencies here, constant gaslighting. And I will say twins will never, I'm not saying gaslighting's not there, not the way I'm feeling this person did to you. This person constantly did you need to fix this. You need to do this. You need to do this. You want to know what your problem is? Very manipulative. Twin flames would not do this nonsense. They would not. Twins would just leave. Sorry as it is to hear, but again, I feel like that's something this collective you figured out, and maybe you've done a lot of research on twin flames, and maybe for some of you, especially if I brought up tarot readers, maybe you did go to certain tarot readers and they said, maybe they broke the news to you like, honey, this is not your twin, or this is not an energy you should ever take back. Maybe you've had some blunt personal readings, again, for some of you, but even then, something got come up to the scene and woke you up like, babe, this is manipulative, this is not love. What's the secret past? Alone. You feel like you are in this situation all by yourself, but it won't be like this forever. If anything, I feel like you and this person kind of had a funny trauma bond together. Maybe with this person, maybe the both of you. Don't mean to trigger this collective. Maybe you would always make excuses for each other on why you guys maybe would behave with each other the way you did, because you guys would bring up the past a lot. Well, I was raised in this environment. And with that alone, maybe this collective, maybe you really did kind of trigger warning again, kind of parented yourself in a way, like really took care of yourself at a very young age. And that's where I think maybe with you kind of quote parenting, I don't like using that word, towards your person, maybe in a weird way after you guys separate, you thought, oh, maybe that's something about myself I have to fix. Which, yes, you should never, when it comes to love and relationships, you should never feel like you have to play mama or papa towards, you know, your person. So granted, that's where I'm saying, yes, this collective, that is something that had to be worked on. But what bothers me is this person made you feel crazy.